What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after yet another day of Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon Infinite Beg. Not an eventful day. It was pretty quiet on the DSP Vortex world, but of course, we always find something to talk about. So let's take a look at the daily rap to see what Phil needs to repeat yet again.
Streaming day of the week, a very eventful one, because overnight there were tons of gaming news announcements, and we've been waiting for significant gaming news for a while, and to have so many loaded into one day kind of turned into like gaming news overload, but that was good. I felt like we needed that. So FYI, today on the Level 1 podcast, the topics we talked about: the return of Epic Mickey to modern consoles, a Star Wars Battlefront collection that no one knew was even coming out within a month, of course, the huge Elden Ring DLC Shadow of the Erdtree announcement, previews, pricing, etc. Among other things. It wasn't just that. There was other announcements as well, but those are the three that are just like coming to mind because there was so much talked about this morning. So, if you would like to hear me cover all of that, I talk about it in great detail on today's Level 1 podcast. Now, while I was actually talking about it, some people were like, well, will you do a live react to some of this stuff? Like, for example, the trailer for the Elden Ring DLC. And I said, well, if you want to see that, I have a react show every Sunday called DSP versus the Internet. Why doesn't someone who's a member over there submit it for the show, and likely we'll check it out. So I think someone actually already has, so we'll see. But anything like that, if you guys ever see, brand new game announcement, trailer or something you want to see me live react to, definitely submit it for the show over on my DSP Reacts channel every Sunday and watch stuff. Why not make that the time to do it, right?
No, Phil, why not do it? Why not do it during the podcast? You have an hour and a half of you repeating schedules, you repeating support, the same nonsense every single fucking day. And your dents have been telling you for the longest through the suggestion box, you need to change it up. You need to stop repeating yourself. You're being repetitive. So this would be an opportune time for you to do it and say, okay, you know what? On this day during the podcast, we're going to take 5 minutes and we're going to watch the trailer together. Why not do it that way? No, what you rather do is you rather just rinse, repeat, and do the same fucking thing every day. Regurgitate the same fucking nonsense every day. And we covered this yesterday with Phil, just his refusal to change. And what's going to take, what's going to take is for his pocket to get hit. He's going to need to lose some more money, like he's losing now. And then finally, after I guess 3 or 4 years, he'll finally realize, oh, maybe I should listen to the people that pay my bills and alter what I'm doing. That's the only way that's the only way Phil's ever gonna change. Until then, he'll continue doing the same bullshit, continue repeating the same nonsense. Again, this video was over 8.5 minutes long of just him repeating the same shit that he repeated during the podcast, during his streams. Nothing, he provided no additional content whatsoever for this. It's essentially an ad grab. It's a video that he can post, and then he can make, whatever, 50 cents or $1 in ad revenue. And just post it. That's all this is. So let's see if he provides any additional information.
So, jam-packed, very loaded podcast today, talking about all the game news. Then we jumped back into Baldur's Gate 3, which went pretty well. We continued to head north in this Rivington town. Man, we explored a lot. It's like we did so much today in Rivington. It's hard for me to really put my finger on one thing and say, so this is what we did. I mean, there was Mind Flayer stuff. There were murder mysteries. There was running into some of the factions that previously we had helped over the course of the game, and now we're finally running into them here in the outskirts of Baldur's Gate, and we're starting to plot new developments. Some of them are helping us. Good stuff. Man, even the return of the Gith leader, Vlaakith, and having her have a little bit of a spin on the plot at this point. Lots going on. So great stream of progress in Baldur's Gate 3. Honestly, I'm really liking Act 3, except there's a few things, like, for example, there was a mission today. I go into a cave. There's a bunch of enemies. I kill them. And then there's a bunch of people they murder. What am I doing in this cave? I don't even know. So I start, like, reading the journal, and it says, oh, you're supposed to be, like, looking for clues of, like, why these people were murdered, who they are. I don't know. I'm looking. There's nothing in the cave at all. We go up this ladder into a building, and there's a bunch of people talking about a murder in there, but they don't seem to be under the impression of what I should be looking for in the cave either. Come to find out, when I first stepped into the cave, I was attacked. Somehow during that attack, there was some kind of an insight check that happened. I passed it, and there was a hole hidden in the corner of the room where there was an item I needed to do the mission. But the game never said that. It never gave any inkling of that, and there was no way to see that there was insight check because you were in combat already. So that's what I mean. Like, it seems like this part of the game, Act 3, is the least polished. Like, these missions are not well thought out. And it was frustrating because I spent, no exaggeration, about 30 minutes trying to figure out what I was supposed to be doing in that mission. It's like, but overall, I'm still having a great time. Great progress. We're in position to have even more fun on Friday. So Baldur's Gate 3 rolls on, and thanks to those still watching and following it.
Okay, you know your boy is very fluent in pig Latin, Phil's language here. So what he's saying here is, I hate this game, but I'll continue playing it because it's the only thing making me money. It's the only playthrough where I'm getting any cash. Everything else is just terrible. So yeah, I'll keep milking it until the dents decide they're bored and no longer want to throw cash my way. I think he made $100, and that seems to be the mark now for Baldur's Gate. He gets about 250 to 300 viewers, and he makes about $100. And it's typically one whale that comes in and drops cash. I think yesterday somebody dropped like a $50 dono. If it wasn't for that, he'd barely be cracking anything on these playthroughs. But anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, Phil, we understand, Phil. We understand that you like your hand to be held. We understand that when you play games, you want everything to be spelled out for you. Just like in life. In life, Phil wants everything spelled out. He wants to put no effort. He wants to have no, spontaneous fun. Stuff like that. When you play a game like this, you go in and you find different interesting things. You're not always meant to find everything. This is a game that you can play several times. It has a lot of playability, replayability. And that's why they make it this way, Phil. But again, unless someone's specifically telling you what the fuck to do, you don't have enough patience or common sense or just brain power to play these type of games. Why don't you just stick to Super Mario Brothers or Disney Princess, one of those very easy walking simulators that you love to play very much. Those will hold your hand and actually tell you specifically what you're supposed to do. But Baldur's Gate 3, Phil, that takes a little bit too much brain power to actually play. And it's not gonna hold your hand throughout the whole playthrough, Phil. It's just not. And if you want that, why don't you read up? You've said it yourself that you're not a D&D fan. You really don't know the mechanics of D&D. Read up. There's tons of information out there. There's tons of videos you can watch where you can learn how to actually play these type of games. Instead of sitting here complaining for 30 minutes, what you did on the stream, you started bitching and complaining for 30 minutes because the system didn't, the game didn't come out and say, hey, Phil, idiot, you're supposed to do X, Y, and Z. God, just a pitiful. Worst gamer of all time. Worst fucking gamer. This guy's horrible when he plays games.
Tonight's late stream was Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and this time around, there was no grinding. There was no mini-game Dondokan Island, no Sujuban nonsense, no, you know what I mean? Like, it was pure exploration, fighting fun mini-bosses, earning great items for my party, and tons of questing. I think we completed like 5 or 6 of the side mission quests tonight. Some of them actually led into other ones further down the road in the night, so it was good that I did the first leg, so then you could do the next leg of it. We unlocked some stuff, more stuff for Dondokan, although I doubt I'll ever go back to Dondokan Island to do it. Or Dondoko Island, excuse me. It's Dondoko Island. I don't think we're going to go back to do it, but it was good to at least be unlocking stuff for it. It was cool because my classes are getting better. Like, I'm getting all these new abilities and stuff, which is really neat. So just in general, a really awesome 2 to 2.5 hour late night chill stream that had tons of progress. It's funny because we've now been in chapter 6 of this game for something like 12 plus hours, and the playthrough is like 26 hours long. Or I think right now it's like 28 hours long. So it's like, dude, almost half the game I've been in the same chapter. Yeah, that's how they said it. The whole first 5 hours of the game is cutscenes. Then you actually get to Hawaii, and it starts to open up. And then when you get to Chapter 6, everything happens at once. Like, literally everything. The optional dungeon, Dondoko Island, Sujuman, tons of side... Why is it all in the same chapter? It's so weird how they've paced this game. I'm just happy now that every time we play it, we're going to be making good progress rather than being stuck grinding. So, had a great time tonight. Audience seemed to have a great interactive time with me as well. 2 thumbs up. Everything went well. Looking forward to more. When we do play this again over the weekend. All right. Now, reminder, 2 big reminders in this daily wrap. Reminder number 1, tomorrow's my day off. So I won't be here on Thursday at all. Listen, there's tons of stuff for you to get caught up on, whether it's Baldur's Gate 3, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Tekken gameplay with Yoshimitsu, which went really well this week, or my React show on DSP Reacts, the final part coming out tomorrow, or tons of throwback content, whether it's Red Dead Redemption 1, Final Fantasy 13, or the retro react that I did to Heavy Rain, of which a new part releases in 9 minutes from when I'm recording this, and then another part releases tomorrow. There's tons of stuff to watch on all of my different YouTube channels, okay? Hope you enjoy it all. Hope you get caught up on all of it. Another big reminder is that next week is a short streaming week for me. Normally I stream 6 days in a row. Next week I'm only streaming 5. Why is that? The release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Since it's coming out on a Thursday next week, and Thursdays are normally my day off, I am going to shift my schedule around. So that way I'll stream 5 days, have that Wednesday off, and then Thursday I'll be here all day long to play Final Fantasy VII with you guys. Okay? So, here's the plan for next week. Friday, Baldur's Gate 3, and Friday Night Fights Tekken 8 with more Yoshimitsu. I'm going to try to play as much Baldur's Gate 3 as I can in the next week. I don't know why I'm showing you this hand exerciser egg, but I'm going to try to do as much Baldur's Gate 3 as I can in the next week. So that way, since it is going to be dramatically reduced once Final Fantasy VII comes out, people are satiated. We're going to be over 100 hours into that playthrough when it finally gets kind of more back burner treatment. Saturday, more Baldur's Gate 3 and more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Sunday, React Day. DSP versus the Internet on DSP Reacts. Retro Replay on DSP Throwback. Monday, Tekken 8 and Like a Dragon. Tuesday, Baldur's Gate 3, Like a Dragon. That's the week, not here Wednesday, okay? But I'm very excited for Final Fantasy when I get back on that Thursday. I think it's going to be the big game of the next couple of months, quite frankly. I'm very pumped for it. I hope you guys are too, okay? So, thank you all. This was a great streaming week. I had a ton of fun.
All right, I think I had enough of Phil. So, yeah. So apparently Final Fantasy is going to save the business. Rinse and repeat here with Phil. How many games have come out and he talked about how he thinks it's going to save the business, how it's going to be the big playthrough. He said it about Tekken 8. He did. I know he likes to fucking claim that, oh no, that wasn't a huge release. Yeah, it was. You've been hyping up Tekken 8 ever since Mortal Kombat flopped. And how exciting it is, and how you're excited to play it because it's another fighting game, and you had this whole plan that you were going to turn into this fighting game content creator. So don't fucking lie that Tekken wasn't, you didn't expect Tekken to be this huge thing that would save the business. Now it flopped because you're a terrible player, and you're just bad at the game. And you're just boring. Again, your content is always boring. If you were a content creator that had interesting things to do, that engaged your chat, that would... the one thing I was wondering, I was watching your chat, and I don't understand why you don't do any interactive shit with your streams. Like, why don't you have, like, pop-ups, like fly-in pop-ups, or highlight comments, or things like that engage your audience. Like, another thing is, why don't you have, like, the gambling and the slot feature turned on your stream, so that people that really don't care about a specific game, they can play with slots, games, or heist while they're watching your stream. They may not be interested, but at least they're giving you watch hours and they're engaging, and you never know, they may want to drop a tip or something, or drop a super chat. Those are things that you do, Phil, to make your streams interesting, and you fail to do that, and all because what? You're worried that people would come in just to play the gambling game or the slot game and not pay attention to you. Fucking narcissist. What a fucking narcissist. But again, that takes a small amount of work, which Phil refuses to fucking do. Bare minimum for maximum profit is Phil's fucking motto. So the other thing too is that I know he's talking about putting Baldur's Gate on the back burner. Yeah, that's not going to happen. When he realizes that support for Final Fantasy is not going to be there, just like it wasn't there for Final Fantasy 16, he's going to bring back Baldur's Gate, and he's going to be streaming that shit 4 or 5 times a fucking week. What he might do is he might bump Final Fantasy to the night stream, and then make Baldur's Gate the earlier stream. Because nothing he do works. Nothing he's doing is working. I'm sorry, it just isn't. And you'll see when I do my weekly financial wrap-up with Phil. He's in some serious fucking trouble. This guy's in some serious trouble. And if he doesn't correct or he doesn't right the ship, that shit's gonna sink really fucking fast. And we're gonna hear this motherfucker panicking every day about tips and support and the business, and he can't pay his bills. That shit is coming to a head mighty fucking quickly. Watch. And Phil's in denial, but you just wait. And of course, your boy Duty will be here to cover it. We might see DSP politics earlier than what we thought it was gonna show up. So he may throw out that Hail Mary to make the money. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.